name's Scarantino. I'm the president of Magnus Health Portal. And basically, throughout your life, you're going to have dozens of doctors. You're going to have dozens of or hundreds of visits to lab reports and different tests that you're going to have. And that's going to generate thousands of medical records. And collecting and doing anything good with that information in a real-time basis is hard. But if you're in a medical emergency, it's going to be almost impossible. We combine all those different sources of medical information into one place, and we put it online, so you always have access to it.
So could you give me some idea of how the company started? Bring me to the garage, you know what I mean? Like back to the garage, or like where the idea came from, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, our founder is a radiation oncologist, and he, about a year and a half ago, had 2 patients that came to him the same week that had taken the liberty of burn all their information, all their medical records on CDs. And they gave them to him ahead of time before the appointment, and he was able to look at that information, review it, learn their history, and base their treatment moving forward on their past to make their future better. So you could kind of tailor it to the patient specifically. And what we found is there's a real shift in the medical community towards making patients more empowered to take control of their medical records.
What are your growth opportunities? Because I'd like to hear about, your vision for where you're going.
Our growth opportunities right now, we'll be launching the product in the next few months. From there, a big growth opportunity for us is to educate our customers that, by you taking control of the flow of your information, you really better your personal health care.
Yeah.
A second big growth opportunity for us, and it's going to be more organic, is the fact that the medical community itself is starting to take notice. Hey, last year alone, between medical errors and duplicate tests, we cost ourselves several $billions. And then it's, nailing down those key groups that want to use our product. And one of those is obviously the growing baby boomer generation. Another one of those would be your large employers. There's obviously the critically ill, and that's a growing population every year. So our growth opportunities are huge at this point. Right now I'm kind of focused on the next 4 to 6 months, but down the road it's a large educational and marketing process.
Great.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your leadership style, and you could also help me understand how many folks you're working with right now. Okay. But tell me about your leadership style and how that's affecting innovation in your company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, right now we're kind of at a leadership style is there's really 3 of us. So, I'm not leading all of them. But, we've got the founder, myself, and my business partner.
Yeah.
And, our style to encourage innovation has been, one, to surround us with people that can guide us. But then it's been to set a solid goal. Here's where we want to be. This is the foundation of our product. This is the need that we want to fulfill. And then the innovation comes in as, how do we get there? Our style has been more, let's not follow the path of, we're going to use a specific technology. We want it to, it's got to be portable in this way. It's got to be online and accessible in this way. It's got to be on a disc. Our way of innovating was, here's the problem. Patients don't have access to their medical information, and doctors don't have access to the medical information except what's in their office. And then it was, let's be innovative. How do we get there? How do we solve that problem?
Let's look at the really near term, what are your goals, say for the next 2 weeks? Tell me about, what are your immediate projects? Where are you at right now? And also another question I would have is, I guess this too, sorry to double barrel you here.
No, it's all right.
But the other is, how are you making a living right now? How are you, putting food on your plate and sort of paying the mortgage or the rent while you're in this phase,
Okay. Our goals for the next 2 weeks, first of all, we're, meeting with potential customers. We're trying to, align ourselves with the right customers and partners that can help us finish developing the product, but when it comes out the door, gives us instant momentum. Right now, the whole, how am I subsisting on a daily basis? More or less, it's, we are living off of our savings, and we're bootstrapping the company right now.
Great.
And putting the money together to get us to product development, and then, we're also going to be using investors to push us through to commercialization.
Great.
And to actually get us out on the street.
Hey, thanks a lot, Chaz.
Yeah, appreciate it.
it.
Yeah.